Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yes, we are.
Oh man, Channel Zero 2022, part two. This is the first time. This is the first year we ever did 2 parts of this.
It deserved it.
But you know what?
But you know what,
man? This is.
I agree.
This is our brother Tez. This is one of his favorite episodes to do, man. So it's only right for us to do part 2, man.
Why do you think this was one of his favorites?
I don't know. I just think he just like talking about real
The
stuff.
dumb shit.
This is a time.
He loves Justin the dumb shit.
But this is a time where we just like to just talk about. We just put it on the table,
just see
and
where
it's
it go.
just like, man, let's talk about what's going on, man. With some hot topics out there. But he always loved this episode, man. We miss our brother, man.
Tez was a very smart guy. He always knew what was going on in the news. Was always up to date of what's going on. Yeah.
And it's only right to start off, man. We already started talking about Taz, but I mean, it seems like it's been a while, but it really hasn't been that while since we lost our brother, man. And it's still something that you just working through, man. We just working through it. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
We just here. That's all we can say.
You hear every episode we done. You hear Tez's name. You're going to continue to hear Tez's name. It's just, he with us, man. He with us forever, and we're going to ride with him. We're going just hold his legacy down, man, and support him forever, man.
That's all we can do. I know we don't really talk about it much, but losing Tez was a big, big loss for us.
Oh, man, absolutely. It was crushing, man.
Yeah, this ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not here. It's like I feel for Chase. I feel for his family. I feel for the CMD, his friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
CMD.
Yeah, it's like
crew love, man. Shout out to all of them, man.
It's just still surreal. I'm like, man, like going back to the warehouse, like looking back, like I know Tez would be here, and
I think that's what hurts more than anything is that we know when he's here, and we know that he'll be here, and we know what he brings to the table, and moreover, we know his heart. You know what I'm saying, and his loyalty.
And just hearing his opinion on, or just knowing, I know when Ted is going to come in and say something about a certain stuff, and then we talk about it now. That's why sometimes I just have to mention his name because I know he would throw a little shot at me at this time and stuff like that. It's just little stuff, man. Just knowing,
sit back and look at you funny,
his input, or what would Taz think about this, man? Like little stuff like that, man. It's just like, yo, I miss it, man. It's just he brought an element that can't be replaced. Yes, we can continue to go on and we gonna continue to hold him down, but still, can't nobody replace Taz. Like Taz is Taz. It don't matter who's on the podcast, who joins us, what we do, and we can always do better. It challenged me to do better, to do more. But we got to March 4th, but we can't replace Taz, man. Like
it's not.
He was a vital part, and he had his lane, and we can't really be that. We can just be the better versions of ourselves. But Taz can't be replaced, man.
And the people that's probably going to hear these episodes are like, damn, man, that knows the history of Taz and knowing of us as Taz, and even the new followers and the people, like these conversations going to come up when it's something that we know he took. You know what I'm saying? He took care of, and Channel Zero was one of them. It was one of his favorite episodes, and just so happened, that's how we starting the intro off, and it's crushing, it's hurting. And
it would be time. It would be times during the Channel Zero episode where he would send something to me in the middle of the episode, like send me a new topic, like word, and I would just throw it in the episode. Y'all wouldn't know that, but he would text me something, or during a break he would show me something, and I was like, oh snap, and then that would automatically just on the whim be put into the episode, man. So that's just little stuff that I'm gonna miss. Or it'd be like, oh, Carl, what about this such and such and such and such? Like little stuff like that, man. It just, we're gonna miss it. And man, this like after the funeral and after the services, a lot of people was there at the moment. But once that stuff is over, that's when that's when it gets real, man. That's when Chase needs your love. Anything we can do, man, to support him going forward, we're gonna try to play our part as well, man, to support him, whether it be football, whatever, man. We're gonna find a way to try to make our niche. But it's not just over when the funeral service is over, man. Like this is when the people that really love him, man, this is when a lot of people run away, man. But we gotta continue to hold him down. We gotta continue to hold his memory down. his legacy is with Chase. We gotta continue to support that. All the friends and family that held him down. Like when we say this, long live Taz, man, we gotta mean it. Yeah. We gotta hold him down. Shout out to CND. Shout out to Crew Love. Shout out to all y'all that y'all do for Taz, that y'all did for Taz, and that y'all will continue to do for Taz. And we just want to play our part. But rest in peace to that brother, man. This is one of his favorite episodes. Yeah. So it was only fitting that we started it out talking about him. He loved to do the Channel Zero episodes.
Yep.
So we had to do a part 2 this year. If not for anything, let's do it for Taz, man. For sure. But on a sad note, to start this out on one of the hot topics, PnB Rock, man, his death and the conversations. It's been heavy conversations about checking in, about moving around to other cities, about giving away too much info on social media. Fat Joe made a comment on him saying him being okay with PnB being robbed but not killed, etc. Man, like what do y'all think about this stuff with PnB Rock, man?
I think it's definitely like a tragedy, but like Fat Joe said, all right, you want to get robbed, but don't why kill him?
First of all, I think what Fat Joe was taken out of context. I don't think he was saying like he was okay with being robbed. He was pretty much saying that, I'm from that element. And if you're going to rob him, then just rob him. Don't kill him. He's not saying like I'm endorsing people getting robbed. I think it got taken out of context. He was just saying, okay, if y'all gonna rob him, that it is what it is. Just rob him, but don't kill the man. Yeah. He's not just saying like I'm supporting robbing people. I think people went a little too far with that.
I mean, but all right. So say if you do shoot and kill him, like you still gonna take his chains anyway. So what's you know what I'm saying? So if you are just take his chains and keep it moving.
Yeah, but I think more of anything he wasn't moving in the manner like he was giving it up, so that's why it turned the way it did, because clearly you could see he was laying there, he still had some of his jewelry on. Yeah, so
I don't know, man. They said he was robbed, he wasn't going for it, he got killed, and then his videos and stuff on the internet, of this him being laid out in the restaurant. Then that gets to the conversation about checking in with the cities and his girlfriend posting his stuff on the internet. My opinion on that is you got to be mindful of the stuff you post on the internet. Me personally, I'm a person that I don't like to. I like to post stuff after the fact. I'm not a lot of live in the moment kind of a person on putting up stuff. That's just me personally. I like to put up stuff kind of after the fact. You think it might be just happening, but it's really after the fact. That's just me, because I think about that little stuff, and I'm not no big, rapper, whatever, celebrity, but that's just how I think in my mind.
But you know what? Like, I think that works for all of us. So say if we're going away to Texas, like, Sean Henry's going to Texas. Like, why would I post that? And then it's like, oh, Sean ain't home. I'm breaking his house. I'm breaking his car. He's not there. Like, just like even clearly we're all not celebrities, but it's just even small stuff like that. Like, you gotta be mindful of what you post.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful of what you post. You gotta be mindful of where you at, man. I always was a person that said you gotta when you go into other cities, man, be mindful. That ain't just city, man.
Less is more.
That ain't just city. And they know you not from there. You can't be going to other people's cities making a whole bunch of noise, man. That's not where you from.
Nah, not at all.
I believe in that wholeheartedly. Even I spent years in Atlanta, but like I'm not going disrespecting nobody of the city. Somebody else's hood. Like they know you not from there. And I'm not saying that PnB Rock did that. I'm just saying that you got to be mindful of other people's cities and hoods, man. Particularly from what you hear about LA. They looking for rappers. Yeah. They looking to extort people. Hey, look, we'll pay us to protect you. If you want to come here, pay us to protect you. And then when you say no, then they may have a problem with you. And from where he said he had incidents in the past with people getting up, with people trying to rob him or people following them. So this ain't the first time this happened too. So which makes it a little more disappointing to hear.
Yeah, and that's It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy, man. We losing some young kings, man. People that's feeding other people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's taking care of more than one mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that shit hurt, man.
I mean, I was thinking about it. Like maybe, like I just hope one day we can all just get to the point where it's like, yo, I ain't gonna rob this dude. That's my brother. I ain't gonna rob him. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I just hope we get to that point one day in life. But
yeah, I mean, we keep saying this, you know, rest in peace, you know,
it's old.
Let's stop the violence, man. Let's stop killing each other, and then it continues to happen again, like
and again.
We are in control of this. We're in control of this narrative. We killing each other. We can't blame this on the white man. We can't blame this on other people. This is a problem in our community. We are killing each other. It ain't no more communication. A lot of this stuff is over petty stuff. This ain't even real life like beefs and situations. This is over little stuff, man. Like that we can have conversations and people, it could save somebody from losing their life or somebody from spending life in jail. But we not taking the time. And it's a new generation that's coming up, and they don't care what you did. They don't care what your family did. They don't care what you did on the block. They will shoot your head off. Poverty, without a question.
Poverty is a high percentage higher than what it's ever been ever.
Yeah.
So it's at an all-time high. So at this point, you put people in a sacrificing situation where they out here sacrificing and they taking risk and they doing whatever they need to do because shit is getting crazy. That's why the crime goes up so high around the holidays, because everybody trying to take care of their families and give their kid or whoever it is more than what they had or what they feel as though they should have. That's why these holidays are so fucked up and so, you know what I'm saying? It fucks up households and communities. And, you know, and like I said, it's not even like, okay, yes, it is about PnB Rock because that's the man that lost his life, but you got to look at all these people we losing that meant so much to other people.
Yeah.
And that was giving other people jobs that come from communities like theirs. So just know that, like, when people be saying rest in peace King, it's because they are in King's position. They doing what Kings do, and that's take care of your soldiers and take care of your family and take care of your castle. And that's what a lot of people doing, man. And it's messed up that we losing people that's helping other people.
And this ain't real. You can't even really say this is an out of town thing because they killed Nipsey and he was one, and that was one of their own. So it's not it's not just a out of town thing.
But it wasn't of the situation of PnB Rock. Nobody would have never tried Nipsey, and you know what I'm saying. Not that we know of.
Yeah,
but, you know what I'm saying. But
this is unfortunate, man.
You all feel like
it's also awareness to these rappers, man. You got to move around. You moving around like that, move around right.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're moving like that, don't be out here thinking shit's sweet.
So, do y'all feel like the music plays a part in like the
absolutely?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Getting like lighting
the shit that they on, but I think that more than anything, in his situation was a robbery. But the music with the spin back and the smoking on and this person and that person, that's all music. That's why Gucci Man is at an age now or at a spot where he's trying to double back to fix that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But also, at the end of the day, okay, you got jewelry and all that. It's okay to cut. It's okay to scale it back sometimes when you in different places, man. I think it is.
It don't make you a sucker.
You don't gotta stun on everybody and throw it in everybody's face all the time. I feel like you when you in certain places.
And K Walker said something. I was on his Instagram. He said something very interesting. That, you know, like, we're at the time right now that if that situation would have played itself through and he would have got robbed for his chains, or he would have been so much of a pussy for getting robbed for his chains and whatever the case may be. But he's still alive. But people would have been drilling him and putting him in songs, and it would have been so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you, man, get that shit up. Nigga got the drop on you. Get that shit up, man. You get that shit back. You can't get your life back.
I agree with you 100%.
Now, somebody like J. Cole, could you see something like that happen to J. Cole?
Well, J. Cole carries himself. He wears Crocs and stuff. He walking around with the dressing. He just super dressing.
You rob him, you got to take him to the bank and get them to take some money out.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you can scale it back, man. It's not like
it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you moving like that, you got to move like that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's not no days off when you moving like that.
Right. For sure. Rest in peace to PnB Rock, man. For sure. The White House in Delaware prepare for a possible plane from Texas carrying immigrants. They saying Joe Biden, like immigrants is going to be coming from
Why they come to Delaware?
Delaware though.
Just to ship them out here.
Joe Biden on some dumb shit.
I don't
This
know
one to
going
me
on.
is like, what? Why Delaware?
Yo,
No
the
idea.
crazy part
And I'm
is
not
that
even hating on.
shit
I
happen
don't-
for a reason, and we all know what goes on and what everybody have their analytics of how this shit go. But none of it, like, I hate to say it, but I'm not moved or fazed by none of this shit. I've been dealing with this shit all my life. Let's be real, man. Like, the government has never benefited me.
This definitely is some way that they're getting money from this. It has to be a money play.
Come on, man.
we ain't getting the money, but it's some way.
Yeah.
This is money behind this.
They're gonna fly them from
Well,
Texas
you know,
to
you need
Dover
some-
here.
Why would you be sending them to from
They
Texas
trying to
to
rebuild
Dover, Delaware?
They trying to rebuild the city, so you know you can find them at Home Depot because that's where they're gonna be at.
And I'm not hating.
laborers.
and I look, I don't got no problem with the immigrants because at the end of the day, I can't knock nobody as a black man.
We all lost children, or
No.
you're good. We all your higher power children, man.
But the reason is why are they trying to come here? Because they're trying to leave a bad situation where they're
Exactly.
at. They want a
Exactly.
better chance for their family,
Exactly.
their sons. So,
So
it's
I
like,
can't.
I'm not mad
I
at it.
can't knock that. I can't knock that.
But
but
the
my
same-
thing is, who made the decision where we're gonna fly them to Delaware?
Exactly.
Like, and Joe's the president, and they're
Yeah.
flying to Delaware. It's just something about
How
that.
about, Arizona, Nevada,
Yeah.
stay down there. Why you got bring?
It seems like some checks is being passed for them to find a way to get on flights to Delaware. Like something about that just seemed, when I seen that story, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's
Joe, what are you doing, man?
Joe.
We don't got no money to feed the poor, but we gonna fly the immigrants to Delaware. Like we can give all this money to Ukraine, but something ain't right, man.
we was in a pandemic. The world, the United States, has lost so much money and lost so many people lost their jobs. It was a pandemic in our own country. You didn't give your own country not even half of what you gave them. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Get
Gave
them out of
Ukraine all that money. Now we're gonna fly immigrants. We're gonna cause that somebody's paying for that.
Yeah,
gonna
we are
spend,
tax
yeah,
dollars.
she's gonna spend money to fly immigrants to Delaware. Just make it make sense to me. That's all. I don't know what's going
I
on
don't know.
out here.
It's just crazy.
Joe, I don't know what you doing out here, man. You
Smoking, Joe, what are you smoking?
You out of control, dog. Son got to give for real.
Yeah, that's insane.
Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, now this is something that we purposely didn't talk about in the podcast, but this is the perfect episode to talk about it. Queen Elizabeth passed, and you didn't hear nothing about it from the black community.
Yeah.
You know, but he has some black folks. Rest in peace to Queen. Queen.
Don't say Queen Latifah.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth, and you know we're so hurt and sad for the royal
Who was
family.
like that?
Yeah, I'm about to say who's like
It was
that.
you God from Wu Tang actually put up a whole post. I was shocked about this. Wu Tang, I meant to send that to you, Sean.
Oh, bro,
he was
man.
one of the people that I looked at, but a couple of people did. I ain't gonna just single out him, but when he did, I thought about you. But I'm like, why would you God post this? Like, but why do you feel? Why do you? I know why I feel, but why? But I'm gonna ask you, brothers, like, why do you feel like black people as a whole don't seem to care about Queen Elizabeth passing?
First of all, it's not my queen. That's number one. Number two is like the values that the royal family has held doesn't represent nothing that is present today. That's why you gotta respect people like Harry and what's the other son?
Choosing their own life.
Yeah, choosing their own life. They're like, man, this is whack. Like, and then that's why they took out Princess Diana. The way all the stuff that she stood for, helping out the poor people, going to see sick children.
And she like black men.
Yeah, you see the video with her and Mike on another note? You heard about her and Mike? Mike was talking like he was hitting that thing. It's like,
For real?
Mike Jack. Oh, that joint was a classic.
You know, Diane.
Nah, but it's like stuff like that is whack. Like, why cares?
Yeah, for what what her family represents, the ancestors and the basically what she comes from. It doesn't. They were what? They had slaves and auctioning slaves and all that.
Point
They
blank,
did all that.
Point blank. Period.
They wasn't for the black people.
Queen Latifah
It's our queen.
Queen Latifah, and I said Queen Latifah. Why I keep on saying Queen Latifah? 'Cause that's the only person I'm used to calling queen, like their title like that. But all black women is queens. But Queen Elizabeth, like, she got a history, her and her family, of colonization, of holding black people down. Like, they own. I seen this thing where
they own slaves.
Either not just own slaves, but own so many, or had control of so many countries, particularly in Africa. Yeah. And some of them, those countries and stuff, or places were able to get free, but some of them are not. But it's so many islands, so many different places around the world that this family benefits from or owns, that they don't even have. Like, they don't even have all their rights there. Like, that the Britain still has a big chunk of like whatever. They're getting money off these places, and just their whole history, just of how they treated black people. Like, we can't support that.
We can't rock with that.
We can't rock with that, man. Like,
I think more of anything, when you come to dealing with these other countries, they all benefit off the American dollar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why when something happens, when we rush to them with all the help and aid in the motherfucking world, when we got millions of people homeless and things of that nature in our own.
But we're saying that, I think in supporting her is saying that you support what her family does.
Yeah,
and she never came out and
support what they do.
I can't really ever see her coming out and making really a stance against some of the stuff that her and her family has done. I can't recall, so I can't rock with you. If you're not really saying, like, look, this is a new day, we going against that, I don't care what your title is. I can't rock with you. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how many riches, how much your family did, how much people over there respect you. If you don't respect my people, because you got a whole history of this destroying us, just handling us, just slavery, some of these countries, some of these islands is still treated like slaves pretty much. They don't even own nothing.
Yeah. And I think that's why things are about to change within that. You get what I'm saying?
It needs to. ASAP.
With who they have in place now with basically Princess Diana kids, Harry and
Charles, right?
Charles, yeah. I think they on a different wavelength. I know Harry is anyway because he like black women. You know what I'm saying? So I know he on a different wave. You know,
Harry's
what I'm saying?
done though. Like Harry will never be king because he's pretty much like he's like second. So he can't be the king.
He's not the first born
he's not
son.
the first. Yeah, so it's on Charles. So
I thought Charles is her son that's the king now, that became the king. The other son is named Charles too? Because Charles is her son, the guy that became, he's married to Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Unless the son is named Charles too. I don't know. But I think
Charles' wife mixed as well. Does she has a little something in her? Indian or something?
No, it's funny because Charles' wife used to be the side joint. And now, this might be the first time ever that a side joint has ended up becoming queen. That was his side joint.
That's how it happens sometimes,
years.
bro.
This is a side joint for years, and she finally got to boss.
That's how it happens, Carl. Sometimes.
And see, that's the problem. Like, stuff like that happens in the black community, and you try to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
But this is actually happening with the royal family, and y'all gonna try to overlook like she wasn't a side joint, man. Right. Stop it, man. Stop it. She's a straight side joint, man.
His brother's William. That's what it is.
William. Yeah. Side joints is winning right now.
William's the oldest son.
Yeah.
Charles is.
He's the oldest son.
Harry's
the second.
Yeah, and Charles is the son that became the king now. It's Queen Elizabeth's son.
So if the dad dies, then William will become the king.
He would become next. Yeah.
And then that'll change everything because he's young.
And then he got kids now, so then they become next.
They become next. Yeah.
His hairline messy. Like
that's just one of the things you noticed.
I don't know how old he got to be like 30s. This joint is a wrap.
She fucked up already. Stressed out.
Oh, he like
already.
40.
Like
Yeah, he gonna have to go. He gonna have to go with the bald head look ASAP, man.
He got to grow the beard though.
Trash.
He probably grow a Sunni with that shit.
Yeah. He's 40.
His hairline trash, man. But yeah, we can't rock with Queen Elizabeth, man. You know, she passed away. Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, if you ain't treating my people right, I can't rock with you, man.
Yeah.
Can't rock.
That's
with
all it is, though. It ain't no
Point
big,
blank period.
Yeah, that's all it is. Point blank period.
But then also like the way they treated Meghan, you know, during Harry and her wedding, like, that was suspect,
and that seemed
man.
funny too because she
very
black.
funny.
All of a sudden, you act, and I ain't even totally up on that, but I just heard a little bit about it, and I could just smell some funniness because she just happened to be black or mixed or whatever she is, and then that kind of stuff. You hear about that kind of stuff happening with their background. It's like
it's not good.
Not good at all.
Man, on a hip hop tip, this has been interesting, man. DJ Akademiks he called old rappers dusty and questioned how could they be the foundation of hip hop if they're not living good.
Just the ignorance of a young joker that's eating off the game of hip hop. That's not outside. That's not moving around. He's a sucker. I don't even know why niggas still go and interview. Why don't it's all these good people out here.
He's a clown, man.
He's a sucker.
So disrespectful.
And
Certified sucker.
And this is the guy that we, not we, but that people are
rushing the interview.
Uplifting.
Rushing to get an interview with him.
By making his outlets, get all these stream. Like this guy, first of all, you're eating off of hip hop culture.
You don't rap.
What do Breakfast Club do? They bring them right on.
So So how do you disrespect? You understand with everything, with basketball players. You think Bill Russell and them was making $140 million, $200 million contracts?
Hell
no. Somebody had to lay the fort. So it was forefathers in hip hop that just because the times that they were in, they laid the foundation for people to make a bunch of money. Yeah. That's why I feel like they always should be supported.
He did the shit to get the reaction that he got right now.
And it did, and it's working, but it's just disrespectful.
But it just opens up the eyes of like, yo, this shit ain't right.
Yeah, but it makes it more worse than people that we got that's supposed to be the gatekeepers or that's representing hip hop. That's not involved with sucker shit. Keep going to do sucker interviews with these niggas. Even the Vlad nigga, he's getting niggas indicted. Niggas still going. It's all these platforms out there.
Yeah.
Why are you going out there to fuck with them? Because of the followers? What about you building somebody followers?
Word.
What about you building somebody that's a black owned, podcast or news channel? Yeah. What about you building them? You going to these suckers, building their brand, taking your audience to them, and they don't represent what is right. Like, that's some sucker ass shit. That's why I don't respect niggas when I see certain niggas interviewing with them type dudes. I don't even watch it.
And this is the same guy. This is the same guy that champions 6ix9ine. Like this, that's his guy.
Yeah. Yo, this is why we need that hip hop union gatekeepers to be like, yo, you said that about you talking about the founders of hip hop. You calling them dusty? Don't nobody go talk to this guy.
And you obviously don't know your history. And shout out to LL, man. LL checked him. LL checked him, and I thought it was dope the way he put it perfectly. Like they created an outlet for you to eat. So how can you disrespect them, man? Like you getting money now off the backs of these guys, man, off the foundation that they put in.
And it's like, yo, you don't rap. You don't do graffiti.
Nobody even really seen you DJing like that.
Like, what do you do?
He should be paying a real nigga fine, man, ASAP.
And you got a history.
Whoever it is, or whatever it is, he should be donating something, or they should be running 190 pressure down his back.
Send the goons.
All he do is troll and bring publicity to nonsense, whether it's violence, whether it's crazy stuff. Like, you ain't doing nothing positive with your outlet, man.
Nothing at all.
Like, he don't got no content.
But these are the people that we putting in position, like you said, freaks, to be leaders. When this dude went to school, wasn't nobody following him. Nah. This dude's a clown,
He's
man.
A sucker, man.
But we be uplifting him though.
Sucker,
making his voice that important. Cause then now it's a bunch of his followers that's looking at him and be like, yo, man, 6ix9ine said it. So yeah, they dusty. I mean, Akademiks said it, so he dusty. We ain't rocking with him. That's weak, man.
That's very, very weak.
Trash, man. Trash. I hate it, man.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
Kanye West announced that he is leaving Adidas and Gap. Now I don't know if this is official yet, but he announced that he's leaving them all, and that he's going to put his Yeezys out directly through himself. He's going to try to put it not through Adidas. And the Gap situation didn't work out, you know, so he's he's going to separate from both of them. Now, I don't know if this is contractually finalized yet, but this is where he wants to go with it.
I feel that, but now I'm waiting for him to go up there and apologize to Sway. I need to see that interview.
So Sway did have the answer.
Sway definitely had the answer.
Right.
But man, Adidas to put them fake them sneaks that look like Yeezys out. Nah, man.
Them shit is hot. You just upset at them because they bite Kanye. But
That's
them,
trash.
They look just like the Jones from back in the day when you used to you could take the sock out of them. You ain't have a pair of them.
That's trash.
The ones you tripping, dog. They look.
See,
that's where Kanye got that shit from. For real.
You see all the money Kanye just. Kanye.
I understand
Kanye
that don't take away from the sneak being hot, Carl. That don't take away from that. It reminds me of the sneaks from back in the day when you had the Adidas that we used to have. You could take your whole foot out and the sock would come off with it. I'm telling you, that's what they look like. They just switched it up a little bit and used Kanye his sandal. Yeah. His sandal vision. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye was he's been the first guy in my lifetime that created a sneak that actually rivaled or beat the Jordans. Like money earning wise.
Yeah,
it hasn't even been close. This dude did all this for your brand, and y'all come around and y'all make a fake version of his sneak? Like a knockoff version. That's what that is.
It is, but it's hot. I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying that they hot. They ain't trash.
They wrong.
They not trash. Man. They are, Carl. The principle, they are dead wrong. But it's crackers. It's Europeans.
But you would think
Europeans, they do what they want.
You would think it would be a little more loyalty just based off the fact of the money that he made for y'all.
Why?
Based off the money that he made for y'all.
They are who they are, Carl. We know that. Half the battles is knowing your company. Come on, man. They are who they are. They are who they are, man.
Knowing is half the battle.
But I did like, they called that Adidas Form Qs. That's the name of the sneaker that Adidas came out with. But I did like seeing like Puffy, Swiss Beats, several other people on social media come out and say that they wasn't feeling it, man. Yeah. They wasn't feeling nothing about that. So I
went to Puma.
maybe like Sway suggested in the first place. Maybe he should just do it on his own. Because at the end of the day, you playing with people that don't want you in these markets. This fashion market, they don't want you to be.
And he's really winning.
Yeah.
They don't like that. Come on, man. How that nigger doing that?
That's how they said it.
That's how they saying it.
Nigger swear.
Niggers. Cost us 30 cents to make these.
Hey, man. I don't agree with everything you do, but go your own route, man. You got the vision. Do them Gap hoodies was trash, though. Them Gap hoodies was real basic.
You go help one of the cheapest, cheesiest basic clothing lines out. Gap. Yeah, we used to wear that shit, but we stopped eventually.
That was a long time ago.
That shit's corny. Gap shit's corny.
Yeah, damn, Sean taking offense. Like he just had a Gap shirt on.
I
just let this Sean, man.
Gap shit corny, man. That shit corny.
It's like Old Navy, Gap.
Yeah, they all in the same family. That shit corny.
I take Old Navy.
You could have did that. You could have did that.
You think Old Navy before
you could have took that. You could have took that energy that you put into that and put it into one of these black clothing lines that we got that was already on and created it. You know what I'm saying? Or the ones that's on the come up.
I ain't mad at that.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. You keep putting everything into all these white people. If you're a real billionaire, you make ways for other people to try to make some billions like you.
Well, I'm not championing everything that Kanye does, but I will say it's funny because he deals with the Kardashians, but then when white people do be doing stuff out of line, he will call them out, though. I give him credit for that.
He will.
But then he contradicts himself because then he knee deep with the Kardashians. So it's like it's back and forth. But I will give him credit for that. He'll challenge the status quo where other people won't. Yeah. I give him credit for that. But then they'll go back and it'll be with Kim and them. So I don't know, man. It's up in the air with he's a complicated guy, but I hope he's able to get free and do his own thing, man. I definitely do. But what about this, man? Young people are being targeted with brightly covered rainbow fentanyl. Drug cartels are using brightly colored rainbow fentanyl pills to target children as young as middle schoolers, says the DEA. The drug is being sold in pills and powders that come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes, intended to look like candy. Sometimes traffickers even nickname the product Sweet Tarts and Skittles after real candy.
Wow.
I don't know who's really behind this, but this is a problem and very scary. Because, kids is going to take, it's going to look like candy and it's colorful. Kids is
and what it's going to be? Drug pills?
It's fentanyl, dog.
Fatty?
Yeah.
Dead instantly.
They're making it specifically for kids. It's a wrap. People going out trick-or-treating. You don't know what you getting, dog. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying it's drug dealer. I think they may be giving a cop-out. Like, how does this stuff get on the market? I don't know.
For real.
I feel like it's bigger markets. Like, what are we doing? So I'm not going to just say that's what they're saying, the DEA is saying, but I don't know where this is coming from.
Wow.
Man, we are living in the last days.
So we're parents with kids. This is a problem. Wherever
it's a serious problem.
Yo, this is insane. Like, I can't even fathom somebody actually making this and trying to get kids to actually.
When you making it with colors, that's a specific problem, man. Like,
that shit is wild, man. I don't even know what to say about that. That's.
Dang, I'm looking up the Sweet Tart packet. Make sure
that's all it is.
It's going to be on Sweet Tarts.
Pink in different colors. Yeah,
they calling it Sweet Tarts, Skittles. In the average kid, you giving them they candy.
Yeah,
that's how they coming.
I remember us back in the day. We had apples with the razor blades in there, but that was
that was a folk tale anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Don't eat no apples from nobody. You have a razor blade, and nigga, you gonna know it's a razor blade. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That was a folk tale back in the day.
But this is a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, this real shit.
Hey man, I would say don't let your kids take anything from anybody, man.
Trick or treating is off.
Yeah, this is a problem. And I mark my word, I hate to say this, God forbid, but it's going to be an incident.
I'm sure.
It's going to be an incident somewhere. And I don't want it to be, but it's going to be. Because somebody's going to test this out. And why? What's the other best time to test it out? With a bunch of kids going out to get candy. And you want to get this point across. Come on, man. Parents, be on point. This a problem. For sure. And this is scary.
Parents, try one before you give it to your kids.
Jeez.
At least even worse, yo.
Jeez. Yeah. This is something else crazy.
What's that?
The backlash for Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears for the video, what's it called? The Mind of a Pedophile. The lawsuit has been dropped. Or at least on Tiffany Haddish for the family, but the damage has been done. She said she can't get a job. That's what Tiffany Haddish said. Now I haven't really seen the full version of this, but I've seen enough.
Her shit was coming anyway since the shit happened with Beyonce. You knew her days was coming.
I seen the edited version. That was way.
I seen enough of this to say. Now I know all comedy ain't for everybody. But I don't see the funniness in this at all.
Exactly.
Like, yo, this is crazy. I don't know how they thought this was funny, man.
I'm like, yo, all right, so you're at the set, you see the kid, the lights is on, the camera's right there. You're like, nah, this don't feel right. I'm gonna back out. I ain't doing this.
And these are actually little kids.
Yeah.
This is actually little kids that you got and with no clothes on pretty much, and you acting like you staring at them as a pedophile. Ari Spears is the main one that's doing this, and he putting the kid in the tub. Like this is just some weird stuff.
Holes
man.
in the what is it, like a magazine or something?
Like he's looking at the kid. Like now, I do agree. I don't know what parents allow their kids to be in this situation. I don't know how that even came about, but Tiffany Haddish, you agreed to do this. This ain't a good look. I don't know.
Just like you got your careers going.
That quick.
There's no bounce back from nothing like this. Playing with the kids. You see what Art doing. Hard time.
And you black?
This ain't no comedy behind it.
It's the wrong time.
Crazy.
But you know what? Then again, the priests and shit that's out here, they doing it every day. So
yeah, that's a fact. I don't think she gonna be done because Ari Spears is kind of gonna get this the ruckus, but because
he's definitely gonna get the grunt of it.
His actions in there, and he's the kind of comedian that be like, "Yeah, I did it. I don't care." But I don't know how you could do that on this one.
I'm about to get Harry Smith to come through the Fusion Spice for the love.
You may, because he's one of them. He's one of them guys that like really say they don't care, but this ain't a good look, man.
You gotta care.
You have to care.
This going to affect your bottom line.
That's not even a thoughtful situation to even make it happen. I wonder what happened. Were motherfuckers high when they made this idea?
I think he brought it to the table, honestly, and I think she just got on board. But they actually had little kids in this video. This is terrible, man.
I mean, but there's so many people that's traumatized by somebody older than them that they trust, like touching them, and it's like they're turned off even though they didn't see the video, but they heard about it. It's so much backlash that's going to come their way that, to me, I think they're both going to get canceled.
I know people say nothing. I mean, nothing is off limits.
I haven't seen the priests get backlash yet.
I don't know, man. This joint is just
all these priests that's out.
I know they say there's no limits on humor, but I don't find this one
not funny.
It's not.
This ain't funny. This ain't cool.
Like, it's not even in the creative aspect of being funny.
None of my favorite comedians would even attempt this. I feel like
I don't know. I think Ari Spears he done. Tiffany Haddish, because she was in a different lane.
Yeah.
If she gets support from like the Kevin Harts and some people to throw her some bones to get her back out there, I think she can bounce back, but it ain't gonna be easy because this ain't a good look.
I don't think Kevin Hart said anything about it yet.
He's not. Kevin Hart.
You better not.
But I'm just trying to say they not gonna support what she did, but just show her support. They can get her back out there. But this ain't.
Maybe she could do some stand up about it because that's how
her stand up is trash.
Well, that's how she'll be coming back out because she's not coming screen to no movies and nothing.
But she was doing big movies, so this is going to hurt her pocket. She said she can't get no job. Nobody trying to touch this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand how this was made in the first. Somebody in your camp got to be like,
gotta let it blow over.
Nah, sis. What? No, we can't. No, you can't do it. Yeah. Somebody got to say, nah, this ain't cool. Then you gotta say, nah, you know what? I'm back out of this one. Somebody in your camp. I can't understand. Like, Sean, if you was a comedian and you did that and you showed that to me, I like, Sean, that ain't the look.
Yo, you need to
that ain't the look,
ASAP.
bro. Like, don't.
It should be a few other motherfuckers riding that train. You know what I'm saying?
Need to burn all
ain't nobody
files.
whoever had the camera, whoever had owned the property, whoever had the men set the play up, set the shit up. Everybody should be charged.
You had kids involved. And the way Tiffany Haddish played the character, it was like her character was bringing her child to Ari Spears.
Just to drop him off.
Yeah, to drop him off.
Go here,
and he doing these weird looks and looking at the kid. It was just, he in the bath with the kid. It was just a bad look, man. I don't know.
That's how you really feel.
I don't know who. Yeah, and you can't help but to take that from it. Like, it's called The Mind of a Pedophile. And this is supposed to be comedy. Terrible,
There's
man.
Nothing funny about that at all.
Terrible.
Man. Nothing.
They dropped the ball for sure.
What's funny about a pedophile anyway?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. And then, like you said, if you've been through or have family that been through a situation like this, like it's like a slap in the face. Not a good look.
I mean, but the thing with that is like even if you haven't been through that, somebody who's been through it, you gotta go deal with it too.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree. And it brings up bad taste in people's mouths. You know what I'm saying?
But they were saying it was old, like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it was old, but it don't matter, man.
Still.
It's not a good look at all. That's not a good look at all, man. Now next, this is super controversial right now. This is super controversial right now. Ime Udoka, is that how you say his name right?
Clown.
His last name is Udoka.
He should be named Clown.
Ime Udoka,
Okay,
the
yeah,
head coach of
Celtics,
the Boston Celtics. He's being suspended for the entire this upcoming basketball season by the Boston Celtics for having a consensual relationship with. It started off as one in female. Now it might be employees of the team, plural. And it's been a lot of conversation going on about this, man. He's being suspended for the year.
Fucking nut.
That's crazy.
What do y'all think about this? This is a big deal.
We know
man.
what this is. We know what this is about.
What
Come
is it
on,
about?
man. It ain't about. Come on, man. You know how much workplace relationships take place? This is not like. That's what I'm saying. That's Stephen A. had it right this time. I gotta give him his props. He had it right this time.
What did he say? For those that didn't.
He was just basically saying that if y'all knew that y'all was going to do all this, you should have just fired him. Why suspend the man for a year? And you giving him the same fine of the guy, the owner, that called his players niggers. You giving him the same fine, 1 year fine.
Yeah.
1 year suspension.
He's gonna drag
That
him
don't
for a
even
year.
compare. Having a relationship. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
okay, and my thing is, I'm not feeling this. So say that is a team rule. He violated a team rule. He getting suspended a year for violating a team rule for something consensual. Deshaun Stevenson, on the other hand, I ain't saying he guilty or not guilty, but he got suspended for 6 games. You know,
And he got hit with
and this is for a criminal act. This Udoka didn't do a criminal act, and he's getting suspended a year for a consensual relationship, whether it's team rules or not. You can say you suspended him for a year like he committed a criminal act, like he raped a joint or did something crazy.
You know what you're missing though, Carl?
Sexual assault.
You know what you're missing about
that?
this whole thing? Is that he is the coach
One
of one of the most racist sports
by
organizations
far.
That's a fact.
in the world.
That's a fact.
You feel me? A black coach at that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they can't wait for whoever's replacing him for this year to come in and do kind of good. Yeah, we knew you could do it. All right, you fired now. Come on, man. This is some bullshit.
So you telling me this guy just took this team to the finals his first year, has a little hookup, pretty much like a.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just more upset.
Then he's done.
For anything, I'm more upset that he didn't Nia Long dirty. Fuck him.
Yeah,
You feel me? How you do Nia Long like that? Nia Long? Come on, man.
What about
Stop it,
Jay-Z?
bro.
Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce?
Yeah, we understand that, but he ain't do no shit like that for it to be put out like that.
Well, let's be clear about this. Anybody can be cheated on.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely,
I know. Anybody can be cheated on, no matter how much we love them. We don't know how they are outside of the thing. But one thing I will say about this is, I feel like I feel funny about this. Like, damn, did he piss somebody off? Because
that's what we don't know.
Because now
But evidently that's what
like
it
he
is.
was-
Stephen A.
yeah.
is just saying that.
yeah, because like, who did he piss off? Because
You had to.
now it is one girl. Then they talking about it's another one female. I'm sorry, one female. Then they talking about it's another female.
You see the skin color of the next female?
Yeah,
All right,
and then they talking about this comes from remarks. You know, that he made offensive remarks towards the female, and it's just like, I seen this, like, it's like they trying to tiger him, man. It was like one girl, then another girl, then another girl, then another girl.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, and then they're making it seem like he's the worst person in the world. Mind you, the headline was consensual.
We both agree.
Whether it was the right, I'm not saying it was the right thing. I'm not saying he should have cheated on. Even I thought him and Nia Long was married. I didn't even know they wasn't even married. From what they saying.
He did wrong.
But I ain't saying he's right. He's not right for that.
Yeah.
But you're saying you suspended him a year for a team rule. People actually commit criminal acts, sexual assaults, and don't get a year suspension. They get a couple games.
In both sports.
Yeah. They get sometimes people get 6 games, appeal it and end up getting 2 games or 3 games. Right. Like you saying this man gonna get suspended a whole year.
That's crazy.
It just don't add up to me. Jerry Jones got caught up recently. It just got washed away. Robert Kraft got caught up.
That shit got swept under the rug.
Joint ain't go to trial. I knew it wasn't going to go to trial. But that joint disappeared so quick, he's still right back in the limelight. He ain't talking about reform no more.
Sorry, Meek, you're on your own.
I knew it. He started talking
about Sorry, Meek.
Oh, that's what it came.
You want to associate with them?
Yeah, because that's where it came from. Once he started associating with that and putting himself in the, like the company of like he has black friends and black higher ups, then that's when they came with that shit. All right, let's let them know. Let's bring them back. Then bring them back.
I'm not.
He out there. He dancing and shit. The Meek Mill with Cardi B. Man, they ain't trying. He got chains and shit on. They ain't trying to hear that shit, man. They don't like this shit. They don't like to see that.
I'm not feeling this at all, man.
I think my man is done coaching in the NBA. Well, they're trying to get him.
See, that's the messed up thing. That's the messed up thing. I feel like the way they putting them out there and the way the media is covering it with the headlines, I feel like it's going to be hard for him to come back for Boston. I think he's done in Boston. Oh, yeah, but now I feel like they just trying to finish his coaching career, period. Like it ain't no comeback.
And it just started.
And that's not cool. We took them to the finals, and y'all mean over a consensual relationship, we about to wrap his career up before it even started.
Just sit back and watch the show, man. This right before this, what happened? What was the big situation that happened right before this?
The owner of the Suns?
Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this to throw it off of Brett Favre. Why is it different?
Yeah. Well, I'm just joking.
But that's how shit happens. In order to get the focus on something, you bring something else in.
But we're going to get to Brett Favre. But before we get to Brett Favre, you mentioned something else that we might as well go into, too. The Suns owner, Robert Sarver, plans to sell the Suns and Mercury after being suspended 1 year for multiple racist remarks. Yeah. But mind you, this dude's a billionaire. So a year suspension, what is that if I still own a team?
Nothing.
But the players and stuff, like, nah, a year ain't enough. LeBron commented, a whole bunch of players union. They said, nah.
Same motherfuckers as the Clippers.
The Clippers. Yeah,
but it's not just them two. It's more of them. We just catching them.
It's a whole community. This is their culture. Football for real, too. Like, this is their culture. They look at us like this. They look at us like slaves, prisoners.
Property.
Yeah, they're property. Look at all these black niggas out home.
Yep. Miami Dolphins football owner.
Yeah.
He told them to tank. You know what I'm saying? That's guaranteed cheating. That's guaranteed cheating.
Yeah.
Who did he get that information to that they going to tank?
But they got a history. He got a history. Like this wasn't like one time. This is over and over and over and over and over that they did an investigation that showed that he acted like this. So this was his look. This is his look.
Yeah.
And he got 1 year for that. Of course, people are going to buck back. And now all of a sudden they're forced him to sell because he can't come back from that. Wasn't nobody rocking with him. Yeah. I'm probably the Suns ain't messing around. They should have protested. Man, we ain't coming. We ain't playing for him, just like they did with the Clippers. Until you change him, we ain't rocking with him. So now he got to sell.
They had to. They already knew that they wasn't going out there.
Yeah. And I don't feel bad. They might have actually sent him a message and told him like, "Yo, we ain't rocking with you."
He said, "All right, gotta sell you niggas."
Word, man.
Crazy.
It's trash. He did a 1 year suspension for that. We're going to give Udoka 1 year for a consensual relationship. This dude does some a whole history of racism, and we're going to give him a 1 year suspension.
Certain shit like that happen, I'm not even surprised anymore because I already know what it's about. It's not about nothing else. It's about this.
Yeah, skin color.
It's about the skin, man. Come on, man. They don't want us to see us better than them. You know who was polying for that Celtics job for years, and you give it to a black man, he almost won the fucking title?
Shit.
Yo.
In Boston?
Dude, like halfway through the season, Boston.
He like our ancestors are rolling over in their grave. We got this nigger leading us.
Yeah,
you tripping, man? These motherfuckers don't fuck with us. We know that, and it's more over all them old motherfuckers that's up there that's living off them old rules and the way that they came up with their parents having slaves and shit like that. These are the owners of these teams.
Word.
Right.
I'm being real. That's who the owners is.
But check this out. What are they teaching their grandchildren, their sons that's going to be next up? What are they teaching them?
I understand that, but
that's
where
scary
it
part.
goes back to the Charles and which call them. You know what I'm saying? It's time to turn the dynamics around because we don't represent that no more. We don't like living that way. It's some people that don't like living like that. That really have friends of other colors and religions, and you know what I'm saying. So it's other people it's up to these people that's coming up now. Yeah, that's not really feeling that to take over and do the right thing.
And a lot of these people been running. These teams for a long time.
Yeah,
so they've been doing this. They've been living this
old ass owners.
Yeah, they've
They've
been living this lifestyle for a long
racist.
time. It wasn't
just that we catching them.
It wasn't just Donald Sterling. This was a culture, man. This is what football. Like
he was laying in the cut like that motherfucker got caught when Sterling got caught. He was one of them.
Oh,
he laying in the cut.
Yeah.
Don, how you let him catch you like that? Come on, man. He's one of them. They had these. Come on, man. Listen. The same way you think a motherfucker can get behind closed doors and talk about this and that, the same way these motherfuckers, they got money.
Oh, hell yeah.
They probably have nice setup when they out doing that, and they had a hotel smoking cigars.
Matter of fact, don't even talk about it.
Some of the best whores in the city.
Don't text me nothing.
Yeah.
I believe it. Now, Brett. Now you mentioned
reason why Butchcomb got killed in jail.
Who's that?
He had some shit.
Ooh.
What's my man name?
Oh, the dude that had the documentary.
The documentary.
The island and
Epstein.
all that. Epstein.
Oh, Epstein. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Took him out. He had too much shit. He had too many
he was going to reveal everybody.
He got killed because he was about to school on everybody.
His list of people that visit that island was probably so crazy.
Operation Takeover.
Oh, yeah.
They sent the best in for him.
Absolutely. I agree.
Him up, bro.
I agree 100%. I agree. Now, Brett Favre allegedly, like you said, Freaks, allegedly conspired to steal millions in welfare funds to give to the University of Southern Mississippi. The state governor allegedly helped. They have emails showing
Former.
And they have emails showing their involvement. Now, my question is, I'm going to take this back a little bit. I'm going to take it back a little bit.
Take it back for me.
You want to go before me?
I'm going to take it real quick. Because I remember this young black football player that played in Atlanta. His name was Michael Vick. And we was
I got somebody else, though.
And we was about to publicly hang this dude for dogs. But Brett Favre is personally, this dude has made millions in his career through football and endorsements, and he purposely was taking the poor black people and taking their money and putting it towards his college, his university.
So this black guy didn't steal money for dogs. He didn't.
None of that.
No,
he's just fighting dogs.
He actually didn't. He actually didn't.
But what about?
He actually didn't even physically kill any dogs.
All right. Somebody else I think you forgot about. What about Bush? They took the trophy from him.
Yeah.
Why you ain't ripping down his Hall of Fame shit, taking rings and shit back and all that? You took Bush shit for what? What happened with him? They took his shit back for something. It was something petty. Well, I ain't gonna call it petty because I don't know the extent of it. I don't know exactly.
Accepted a little bit of money.
Something.
This dude took
millions. Accepted money.
This dude took millions.
5 million, they said.
Took millions
from poor people, though. This ain't like
a program to help poor people.
Welfare. In Mississippi, by the way, Mississippi is either I think it's the poorest, the number one poorest state in the United States. So you took money from the poor, the
bottom
black people,
of the bottom,
the bottom of the bottom. So we're really talking about the poorest group of people in the United States. You took millions from Brett Favre.
And he was cool with it.
This ain't even like no regular Joe Smo. This is Brett Favre. You the face of Mississippi. You their guy.
Preach, Carl. Get him.
And you sent this to their school, to your school, to a bunch of kids that got stuff already. Because these poor welfare kids, most of them is not going to the University of Southern Mississippi. Yeah. So you took that money and you gave it to a bunch of people that already had something. You just gave them more.
for no reason.
That is disgusting, man.
And they have emails of him saying, "Will I get caught? Are you sure this is okay to do this?" Brett, like, come on, bro.
Udoka gets suspended a year.
This is crazy.
Michael Vick goes to jail. Brett Favre, they already said that he's not going to be charged. Already.
But they're not even talking about it. That's not
an option.
That's the most confusing thing.
The governor is facing stuff. Brett Favre they already said he's not going to be charged.
That is white privilege. Like, that's crazy.
Who's surprised?
Now, shout out to, I seen RG3 and a couple other people call this out, man, and I respect it because he's on ESPN and everything too. So I respect him calling this out, man.
Now, has Brett Favre lost any endorsements? I know he does that copper tone or whatever.
He should, but at the end of the day, I don't know if he still do Wrangler and all that. But at the end of the day, he should. But the thing about it is he's not going to get hit like Udoka about to get hit. Or other people that been through stuff. He ain't going to get Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears. Why ain't he getting that treatment?
We already know why. So what we harping on beating on the dead horse for?
But this is a trash move, man. Like,
trash.
Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback, dog. This is terrible.
You stealing from the poorest of poor people to give to your school to make some volleyball stadium.
Even if he stole from the motherfucking Pope family, he wouldn't have gotten the treatment that somebody else would have got. You feel me? You got a motherfucker that might take some money from a Fortune 500 company. They might only took 500. They looking to get them 3 to 5 years.
Facts.
That's crazy.
This motherfucker stole from a program that helps
welfare,
the poorest people in the area. He stole millions from them.
Millions.
Which
you know how that would affect it? How that millions? Like, come on.
Which in all reality is taxpayers in that state.
Absolutely.
So you stole from everybody in that state.
In that state.
Terrible.
He's not even from there, is he?
I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, I think
he's not even from there.
I think he's from Mississippi.
Is he?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think he's even from there.
I think he went to school. That's his school, but I think he is from Mississippi.
He donating that shit to camps and shit like that.
That's
$100 and something $1,000.
Kyrie Irving said that he gave up a 4-year, $100 million plus extension in order to stay unvaccinated.
Yeah. You know they was gonna try to make him pay with his pocket.
4 years, $100 million plus extension. But you know the crazy thing about this is it was all this hoopla, whether you wanted to get vaccinated or not. It was all this hoopla, and now it came and went. And now you made people lost their jobs. You made people make all these unhealthy decisions. And now it's just over with. Now it doesn't matter no more. So what was the point of this? Some people, everybody's body is different. Some people couldn't even handle getting vaccinated. Health-wise, it messed their body up. But they made this decision for whatever they needed to do it for. And then now y'all just pretty much saying it don't matter no more.
Yeah.
Well, it don't matter. Because you don't have to be vaccinated to go into certain restaurants anymore. All of that's ended. So we jumped the gun.
Super jumped the gun.
It should have been a decision that you wanted to make. You either did it, you either wanted to, or you did not.
That's what the Europeans do. European leadership.
But now we're going to act like it didn't happen. And what? Oh, no, we ain't saying nothing. We was wrong. We jumped the gun. We just going to act like it disappeared now. Now you're not forced to. Now it don't matter no more.
We ain't do nothing. What? We just told you can take it if you want. Yeah, all right. Fuck out.
This is crazy.
I respect Kyrie Irving. He stood on his whether you agree with him or not. He stood what he stood for.
Yeah.
You think Kyrie can make that money up?
No, because Nike's trying to do him like that too. And Nike's his contract
he lost his contract with Nike.
Yeah, but
Nike was the same people that somewhat did the Black Lives or whatever, whatever they did. Or they were standing behind Kaepernick. If you standing behind Kaepernick in freedom of speech or what he stands on, you done made commercial for him after the NFL. Why are you turning it back on Kyrie? He's representing the same thing that what you call him was representing.
I have never
Colin Kaepernick.
I have never thought about it like that.
Yeah, he's representing the same thing.
Yeah.
Real rap. Yeah. So now you take it away from him, but you leave. Oh yeah, Kaepernick half white. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? This shit is crazy. This shit is just blatant right now nowadays. That's why we call for these Channel Zero episodes. You know what I'm saying?
We got to, man. This is just some quick episodes, man. But you know, it is hot topics, man. Stuff that I've been waiting to sound off on. Let
us know, man. Shit, let us know how you feel about
all right, so out of pretty much all the topics we talked about, which one makes you like mad the most? Like, damn, I can't believe that's happening.
I just don't like the way the Udoka thing is playing out with the media. It's like I see it coming and just watching it happen. Yeah. It's just like, now I know. Look,
all them grown motherfuckers got their choices, whatever they doing, whatever the choice they made.
But the whole
candy with that fentanyl shit
that
is to another level. Yeah. That's number one on my list.
Yeah,
that's not even close.
That's terrible.
Fuck Udoka. He shouldn't have never done no dumb shit like that.
And shout out to Nia Long too, man.
Shout out to Nia Long. Black Queen.
Support our queens, man.
Cheating on Nia. Oh my, cause you know what I mean, niggas try. Ghost, your boy Ghost said it. Your boy Ghost said it. You see Nia, what happened.
When I see you, I'm along you.
Shout out to Nia Long, man. That fentanyl, that's a problem, man.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Rest in peace to PnB Rock as well. Yeah. And Akademiks is just a clown, man. That pissed me off too, man. I just wasn't feeling that, man.
He's a sucker.
Because I don't like how we keep on giving these people, like you said, DJ Vlad and these outlets,
giving them interviews. Niggas can't wait niggas can't wait to stop an interview with these suckers.
Yeah.
So what that makes y'all look like?
I mean,
come on, man. You got Vlad interview and you talking about fuck rats and fuck sucker niggas and all that. You got a Vlad interview. Come on, man. That nigga's a sucker.
But the thing with Vlad, though, he had a lot of credible people on there.
My point exactly.
So,
my point exactly.
That's wild.
My point exactly. But my whole thing is that now we to a point where it's really like, like, why are we, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why are you sitting down with this dude?
Why are we even sitting down with them type people when we got all these platforms out here? You know what I'm saying?
But the thing with his interviews, he's not even there. He's sitting on a laptop. Like, you FaceTiming him pretty much. He's not there with you. You know that, right?
Nah, I never knew that.
Yeah, he's not even there.
I'm not interested in that.
But all he does is like get people indicted, man. And it's funny because I know I think he praised the people, but still, man, it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I just don't like a lot of the stuff he getting caught up with. But Akademiks, man, I just feel like he a clown, man. Like you
ain't gotta feel like that. He is.
You getting paid off of money. You getting paid off of something that you dissing, man. Like these people made the way for you to get this kind of money. Like, there's no way this dude went to high school and he was cool. Like, wasn't nobody rocking with him. But I'm not even saying you gotta be that dude in school. But if you making a come up off of hip hop, like respect where it come from, man.
And due to the channeling and due to all the things that hip hop went through, you know, and when we have some of our own higher ups and our woke people talk about it, what they say. They always paid us to entertain them, you know what I'm saying, with things that hurt our community. So that's what they getting paid for out here. The biggest shoot 'em up and bang bang artist got a motherfucking $1 million deal.
Yeah,
right.
Smoked on 4 or 5 people that's dead already. He getting a deal tomorrow.
It's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about right now. That's why I respect people like L.A. Russell. You know what I'm saying? What's my man? Simba. I respect them type dudes, J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes that's really out here rapping and spitting.
Just doing it for the culture.
Doing it for the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, man, this is Channel Zero 2022 Part 2.
Word.
Rest in peace to Tez. Everybody, man. Long live Tez. Everybody, man. Yo, just stay safe out there, man.
Yeah.
Love your family. Love your loved ones, man. Let's stay safe out there, man. Let's spread more love out here, man. Let's uplift our people, man. Our black people, man. Let's support black people, man. Let's support these brands, man.
Yep.
Let's support these job opportunities, man. Let's hold each other up, man. Check on your brothers, man. You got people out here taking their lives, more than ever, man. You don't know what people going through, man. Everybody going through stuff. Everybody got different problems. Everybody got different hardships, man. Let's check on our brothers, man. Show them love. Let them know we there for them, man. Let them know, we just checking up on them, man. Yo, I love you, man. I know you're going through something, man, but I love you, man. I'm here for you. Mm-hmm. Let's just check up on our brothers, man, our family. I just want everybody to be safe. I just want to stop seeing these stories of us losing our people for no nothing, reason, man. No reason. Nothing.
I agree.
For nothing. It's bad enough we get these surprise, tragedies and stuff like we had to go through with Tez and other people. But then when we just adding it on to it and just killing each other, this ain't cool.
Yeah.
This ain't cool.
I agree, bro.
This whole self-hate got to stop.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right now.
Yeah.
But we love y'all, man. We love y'all. We love everybody that's been riding with us. We thank y'all, man, for riding with us for 5 years plus. Damn. We just thank y'all. We're going to keep on talking about this stuff that maybe other people don't want to talk about. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it, man.
And we ain't doing no sucker shit.
Not
we ain't
out
here mentioning nothing or doing nothing for the likes and the hits.
Nah, it ain't clickbait. It ain't clickbait over here, man. Yeah. We're going to talk about what we talk about. We're going to like what we like, but we're not scared to talk about it, though. We can have a discussion about whatever, but at the end of the day, we like what we like.
And we're going to give you a reason why we don't like it.
Yeah, but we're going to listen. We listen to stuff. Yeah, I listen to it, but it ain't my look. I don't like it, or that's just trash, straight up. I don't care what trends everybody going with. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But somebody else might like it, and I respect it. But I'm gonna listen to it and give my and so I can have an opinion. I listen to it. Yeah. I can't rock with it though. But yeah, man, definitely, we Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go follow us at Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms. Make sure y'all go to YouTube. If you don't subscribe to us to YouTube, go there right now and subscribe, man.
Right now.
And check out all of our video content.
Hit the button.
Channel 02022 Part 2. This one's for our brother Tez, man. We know you love this show, this episode, and we had to do it again, man. Shout out to Blaine. Shout out to Blaine also, man. He was like, yo, man, y'all got to do a part 2. He was telling me that earlier in the year. We just did part 1. Yeah. He was telling me earlier in the year, like, y'all got to do part 2, man. So shout out to Blaine, man.
Hey, Henny, what up?
Yeah, man. So, we here, man. We are not going nowhere, man. We are not going nowhere. Yo, Pito, hit us with the fader.
Yes.
We out.
Yeah.
1.